Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here with the World Racing community for their GT Challenge Season 3, and it's round 3, and we are versus the mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, we are hitting that hill. Like Kate Bush said, we're running up that hill, we're running up that mountain with no problems. Whoa, 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 whoa. So if I only could, you know that I would. So here we go. This could be, I think we're lining up for qualifying. This could be qualifying already. I am running rather late, it has to be said. Qualifying usually is 8 o'clock on the dot. And I believe my tardiness through overstretching streaming, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I had plenty of time to nip in a little quick Deltona before the main event this evening for the live stream, and it was quite tight on time as it turned out. But never fear. So what is the World Racing Community GT Challenge, you were saying? World Racing Community Season 9 GT Challenge Season 3, a fan favourite season, makes its long-awaited return. Race regulations is open Group 3 class, no restrictions on car choice. The car you pick is the car you stick with. Balance of performance will be on. BBAL allowed. Tyres are at times 2. Soft, medium, and intermediates and wets. No hards, please. And fuel is at times 3. The tyre you set fastest lap on is what you start on. Qualifying is a time session, length 15 minutes, track dependent. The race will be 1 hour unless it's a Triple Crown event, when it'll be 1.5 hours. We did that at Daytona, and it's a rolling start. There is also the standings is what I am aiming for now, ladies and gents. I don't know why I can never find them. Oh no, it wasn't qualifying. This is probably qualifying now. Where would the standings be? I go to them every week. Suggested polls, design showcase, server achievements, general announcements, driver numbers, onboard confirmation, mental health, server regulation, get started. I know, I'm just reading out the list of what's there, because I can't see our standings underneath Hall of Champions, if you ever need to know, if you're visiting their Discord. So we're on board with Thunder. Is he in the spaceship? No, he's in the Porsche, of course. Right then, here we go then. The table then. Forge Flames is at the top, ladies and gentlemen, in his BMW Z4 on 37 points. Tommy is second in the Audi R8 Evo on 34 points. Then in third we have Akel in the Nissan GT-R 1999 on 34 points also. So joint second. Faceless Boy, who is Jed, is in fourth in the Honda NSX Group 3. He's on 22 points. And then we have Deviant in his Mercedes AMG 2020 on 15 points. Autosport in the Lexus RCF is on 14 points in 6th, and in 7th Chunky in the Ford GT 2018 I think that's 18, has 12 points in 7th. Then in the GT2 category we have Thunder at the top in the Porsche on 42 points. Then we have MJ in second in the Ford GT on 31 points. We have OHJ in the Mazda on 27 points. Then in fourth we have Fusion in the McLaren OJ. OV. I can't remember what I used to call him. He's where was I? Fusion, sorry, McLaren. He's on 23 points. Fifth, Sir Storm in the Fords on 18 points. Then we have Hoods in sixth in the BMW M6 on 18 points. We have SLR Hami in seventh in the Porsche on 17 points. We have Beeks in eighth in the Renault on 16 points. And then we have Nomi in 9th in the Toyota Supra, also on 12 points. I know, I phased out at the end there. A lot of them just popped in for one race and popped back out again. So Tommy Rue in the Audi then, looking to get big points. There's no AT Racing, it looks like, on the list. So yeah, no Big Bob. So Tommy Rue will be looking to maximise on that as we qualify. He's qualifying for the mediums, and Akul also qualifying on those medium tyres. Autosport in the Lexus going for the softs. So he's punching for a pole. Is the Lexus driver. Deviant back in the McShady, broke his wheel last round. I don't know if he's on a pad or if the wheel's been fixed or replaced, but Deviant back in the fold in the McShady. And it's a lovely looking McShady. That might have to be a thumbnail. OJH Racing in his spaceship, the Mazda, in 5th place at the moment. Well, at the moment, they're on their out lap. Oh no, they're just doing their fast lap now, sorry. So Storm in the Ford. And Tommy Rue has set a time, but Autosport did go faster, but Deviant's gone faster still on those medium tyres. Just under 2/10 faster than Autosport, whom's on the soft. OJH Racing has gone 3rd fastest with his softs, but Jed's gone in there as well. 3rd fastest for Jed on the softs. Also Thunder in 4th on the mediums in the Porsche. Ooh, Porsche sliding nicely into that corner there. Beeks back in the Renault, and he has gone 6th fastest so far, with Tommy Rue down into 7th now with the Audi on those medium tyres. Hud's 8th fastest, racing softs on the Merc, and Sir Storm in the Ford is in 8th with Cull in 10th, and MJ's yet to make the track. He's coming on now on a set of racing softs, and he's got to do an outlap yet. So Deviant, our fastest man on track at the moment, carrying a penalty on his 2nd run though, so I don't think he's going to be making any positions up this lap. And it's Autosport really is the one we've got to watch in those sectors with those soft tyres. And I mean, he'll try and do a run. I suppose if he doesn't get a run this one, he's going to have to think about making a pit stop, either this end of this lap or the next, to keep those tyres as fresh as a daisy. And he's going to the line. We didn't see any of the sectors. Does he go pole? He does healthily by half a second nearly. Deviant then in, and Cull goes faster up to 3rd, and OJH Racing also going faster, as does Beeks, and Beeks up to 3rd in the Renault. So Beeks very nice in the RA8, is it? Autosport at the moment though in the Lexi up there at the top. Deviant in 2nd with Beeks 3rd. Then we have the Cull in 4th, Jed in 5th in the Honda. Now they all the soft runners, no medium runner for Cull. Deviant also on those mediums. What's Deviant doing with his 2nd lap? We saw he picked up a penalty the last lap around, so this one will be a better idea of what he's got. He's got a lot, hasn't he? He's already done very well with the medium tyres. Up there in 2nd in the grid so far in the McShady. Down on his own time, but only just. He's not a half a second though. He's not going to find that half second on Autosport this lap, you would think. So Deviant at the moment 2nd on the grid, just hundredths, nearly a 10th off of his best sectors. So He's got to find a lot more to try and topple Autosport on those soft tyres, though. It's going to be a tough ask. And Deviant thinking about the race ahead, thinking about starting the tyre he's starting on rather than where he's starting. And Deviant then crossing the line no faster, but Tommy Roux does go faster. But then Cull goes faster again to knock him down. So Cull there in third with a 1:52.7, 4 tenths off of Deviant's time, but only a couple of tenths ahead of the Roux. The Rooster at the moment, 4th place. Oh, where? Press the button, right. So the Rooster in 4th. Let's have a look at his sectors this time around. Oh, 700ths off of his fastest lap time. And he's not going to find that couple of tenths like that. He could do with a toe, couldn't he? He could get behind someone. And so we'll look around more. So Tommy Roux starting at 4th at the moment. Beeks in 5th as he makes his way under the tunnel. Jed 6th. He's on an outlap at the moment. MJ posting his first time, and it's good for 9th place ahead of the other Ford of Sir Storm. And Hood's in 11th. Just behind the Porsche. Oh, and the Porsche looking very worse for wear, with damage at the front and the rear dairy air. Looks like Thunder might have to come in. Has he got time though? It's going to be tight. So Autosport staying out there. I don't think he's going to come in either. He's going to stay with it and hope those softs last. Tommy Roux's going in. It's Tommy Roux having a change of heart and putting some softs on just in case. And Vodka Rob saying hello again. I know. Don't watch all of them, Vodka Rob. It'll drive you mad listening to me talking about something I don't have a clue about. So Autosport then, I think his tyres are past their best. Cull goes 2nd fastest. Sorry, my button pressing is going all awry. So Cull goes 2nd fastest then, ahead of Deviant. Just by a couple of tenths as well, not even a couple of tenths. Deviant though, in this later run, so Storm's gone faster. A lot of them opting to go in now. Are they going? Yeah, they're going in to get some new tyres. So that must be borderline. They can get around 2 minutes or so with a 2-minute run. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Beeks hasn't opted for that though. He's trekking on at the moment. Jed 6th fastest. He's just about to start. And I think we'll sit with Jed. Why not? Let's put a fresh set of tyres on, and he's going for pole position with the soft tyres against the Lexus up there. Absolutely hanging the Honda out, ladies and gentlemen. Giving it all of the balls that he's got through the tunnel. It's a tricky corner to make. This is very tricky. The car's eager to spin at any point around Trial Mountain. It is a bit of a nose. A beautiful track. I wouldn't slag the track, but yes, in the complicated areas through the tunnels, if you don't get it quite right, you can lose a god load of time. A huge amount of time. So yeah, and then it's some really nice long straights. Autosport does fancy getting a quick pit stop in with a fresh set of tyres for his final run, and so does the Cull. So it's not over yet for those guys. I thought their tyres had done their best, but they're hoping to get another run in right near the end. And he's up 3 tenths. Ooh, that'll put him ahead of the Renault. But he's 1.3 seconds behind Autosport at this point. He needs to find a shed load more time. Vodka Rob saying that pie and chips was bloody lovely. And Vodka Rob also saying, I missed you this morning, so I'm getting my thingy fixed now. Oh, bless. So the Jed then, I missed if he'd done a sector. He did. I didn't see it. So we're sticking with him all the way till the end now to see how his lap is. He's just about to cross the line anyway, isn't he? So, and it is faster. Ooh, good faster. 6 tenths up to 4th then for Jed, ahead of the Roux, who's on a set of medium tyres at the moment. Deviant staying with his mediums, doing a George Russell. Cull out there with a new set of medium tyres, and Autosport on an outlap going for another run on a new set of medium tyres. Deviant sticking to the tyres that he started qualifying with. Then we got Jed in 4th after seeing his great run. Tommy Rue on the medium, brand new spanking medium set of tyres. He's on a run at the moment. Beeks is on an outlap with a set of soft tyres. OJH Racing's on an outlap, but he's picked up a big penalty. Now that shouldn't affect him. It may affect him, you know. He crossed the penalty line, and if he doesn't pay that penalty on this lap, it might affect him into the next lap. Thunder in 8th at the moment in the Porsche. We saw he had a big heavy bit of damage. It looks like he didn't change his tyres, just fixed the damage and went back out. MJ parked up, fancied a rest mid lap. Gets a little bit much sometimes. He's damaged his car, so I don't know if he'll be able to continue on in this qualifying. So Storm in 10th and the Hoods in 11th at the moment with that. And MJ into the pits. He might if he's quick. No, he's not going to get out an outlap, and maybe he'll cross the line before the outlap. Here we go then. Autosport crosses the line, and he might. Yeah, he's starting his final lap, and the Cull easily getting across the line with still a minute to go of qualifying. Deviant, it's going to be tight for him. This will be his last run, I think, truth be known. So Deviant at the moment, seeing what last bit he can eke out. Is that his original lap time? I don't think he's bettered it. It hasn't, has he? His first run was a lightning quick, ladies and gents, with a full tank, and he's down to half a tank now and doesn't seem to have extracted any more time out the McShady. Hoods has gone faster. Hoods has gone faster, but still in 10th. No, he's gone ahead of Storm. He's gone ahead of Storm, I apologise. So Hoods just slightly ahead of Storm. MJ not taking any more part in this qualifying. Deviant making his way around on his final run here in the McShady. And I didn't see any of his sector times, so I'm not sure if he's having a good run or a so-so run. That's the surprise when he gets to the line. And Jed out there as well, trying to better his position. He's only 2.5 tenths behind Deviant. If Deviant can't better himself, Jed might be out there on a set of soft tyres trying to do better also, as is Tommy Rue. So Deviant does go faster, only just though. Jed could be a worry, could be a concern for Deviant at the moment, as I am sure is the Rooster. Beeks as well out there doing a run. Autosport goes faster and pushes pole 1 second ahead. And who Rue went faster. Rue went faster than Jed, but not Deviant. Look at that, six thousandths of a second. And here comes Jed. Can he pull anything back on this final run? Beeks goes faster. Where is Beeks? Up into second. Beeks pulls the Renault up into second. Jed does not go faster. OJH Racing making his way around, and Thunder also going across the line. Can Thunder better himself? No, in 8th. Hoods is OJH then just about to cross the line. Can he go any faster? No. Hoods though does go faster. He does. He gets MJ. He gets MJ in the BMW. So Autosport 1 second faster than the rest of the field. Beeks in the Renault. But we know that Renault has an absolute huge fuel tank. Cull in the Nissan, 3rd on the mediums, top medium runner, going late into the race. Deviant on the mediums as well in 4th. So Cull did get, no, it was Beeks, wasn't it, that knocked these guys down. Don't panic, we can still see those results, ladies and gentlemen. Autosport, unbelievable stuff. 1 second faster than the rest of the field on a set of softs. Beeks in 2nd on a set of softs, and in the Cull starting in the old banger Nissan. In third on the mediums as Deviant, starting in the McShady on mediums. Tommy Roo in fifth, also on those mediums, with Jed sixth, starting on the softs. OJH starting softs in seventh. I think Thunder, I can't remember, was on mediums. I can't remember what Thunder was on. Starting in eighth. Then we have Hoods in ninth, MJ in 10th, and Sir Storm starting in 11th place. Oh, is it? No, what was it? R something? It's an R something. Well, hang on, it tells you here. RS01. Who does R8 then? Who does an R8? I'm Googling it. Few mins, 2027 start. Wow, that's a couple of years away. It's only 2025 now. R8. I've got a feeling it's that Nissan. Why do they all use initials? It's annoying. Oh, it's an Audi. Oh, dear. Yeah, well, I've told you, I don't know what I'm talking about. I told you, I have no clue what I'm on about. So, yeah, Renault. 2 more years to go. Hey, that's my joke. It wasn't my joke. It's not anyone's joke. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't funny. So if it's not funny, is it not a joke? I don't know. Hey, how many hays am I giving it? Oh, no, there's no 3 mins. MJ's answering him like he's being clever. Like it's a real answer. He's so straight-laced as MJ when it comes to the racing. Doesn't mess about. He gets his business head on, and there's no tomfoolery. I still don't think he knows what they're talking about with the 2027. I still think he's thinking, what are they talking about? It's 3 minutes, not 3 years. Starting soon. Oh, nice hot brew, ladies and gents. And we'll be starting some racing for your pleasure. Oh, did I not grab my backy? No, I did. It fell out of the bucket. Hey, Sukula. Yeah, I know. My streams have been so tight that, I didn't really get a proper fag break. Oh, sorry. For Americans, that's cigarette. Cancer stick, if you will. So I've brought my backy in. I'm going to try and do a sly one just out the back door. But the problem is, we've got in the conservatory, we've got all the washing. So that's going to end up smelling of I was going to say fags, but it's, for our American friends, cigarettes. For Autosport, ciggies, smokes, toughs. Alexa, Ziggy, shut the F up, okay? I don't remember asking you a damn thing.
It's daytime now.
I introduced my kid to Reservoir Dogs this week, and he loved it. He's only 15. I thought he was going to be like, it's old, it's boring, there's nothing happening. It's just like in a warehouse with nothing happening. But he was bang into it. He thought it was great. But I also introduced him to Fun Loving Criminals Scooby Snacks. So obviously he smirked every time there was a reference from that. Everybody cool, this is a robbery. Any of you pigs move and I'll execute every last one of you. You can fill the gaps in, surely. We're racing now, ladies and gents. Let's get serious. With a capital C.
That's a class film.
It is a class film. He's already seen Pulp Fiction, so he was already one step in there. He watched Pulp Fiction off his own accord. I don't know why. I don't know what grabbed him for it. And the lights are going. I've told him to kill Bill next. TDR, then Autosport leads them away on those soft tyres. The Renault RS01 in second, but he's being harried by the Nissan, and the Nissan through. the Nissan through. Isn't that the owner of Weno? So maybe Weno pulled over a little bit. Tommy Roo, Audi. And it's a bit jerky in the pack, isn't it? Anyway, it's tough to see who's going where. Tommy Roo has moved forwards ahead of the Renault, but remember that Renault has it has a fuel tank like the Titanic's. So he's going to be going very long in the race. Autosport then out in the lead. How long can his tyres last at this pace? Cull just needs to stay within distance on those medium tyres to try and pull off a coup. Deviant in the medium tyres as well, keeping pace with the Cull. Keeping up with Cull in this race. And that's what Deviant's plan is. Stay with the Cull, go for the win at the end. And Deviant at the moment sticking to plan. He can tick that one. Tommy Roo up to 4th with Beeks dropping from 2nd down to 5th. The Renault, a slow starter. Jed in 6th in the Honda. He's on a set of soft tyres, as is the Beeks. Tommy Roo could be easy pickings for these guys soon as the tyres warm up. Thunder on those mediums. He's had a good start. He's got himself ahead of OJH Racing, who's been a very annoyed boy. He's picked up a penalty. Hud's still in 9th with Sir Storm. No, Hud's has gone into the pits. Hud's, with damage. My word, so early in the game, and the Hud's already in with damage. So Autosport out there in the lead, staying out of the trouble. Cull ahead of Deviant. Is Deviant going to try and save fuel and stay behind the Nissan? And it's tight racing from the pair of them at the moment, on board with the Mercedes as he tries to wobble Cull up ahead. Someone's on a PS4. I don't know. I'm joking. Oh, God. Sorry. Vodka Rob's been having a chat. Oh, that's class film, and Vodka Rob saying True Romance is class as well. Yes, we'll get round to that one. But that one and Natural Born Killers are not exactly... They're not Tarantino films. They're just written by Tarantino, I believe. But made by others. Yeah, I think, Natural Born Killers written. Because there's relations. There's someone in Natural Born Killers that's a relation of someone in Reservoir Dogs. I can't remember who, though. He is the warden or something. He's one of the copper that they capture, I believe, is the brother of the warden from Natural Born Killers. I think. Don't quote me. They're very intertwined. The Tarantino films. I know that they go deeper than just what they are. So Tommy Roo there in 4th, Beeks in 5th, and Beeks now up to speed in the Renault, and looking very closely at the rear derriere of the Audi. And I said, as soon as the soft tyres, Jed's dropped back behind the Thunder though. Jed dropping a little bit of time to the Thunder. And Vodka Rob saying True Romance is, but yeah, Natural Born Killers was Oliver Stone as well. Yeah, but I think it was written by, wasn't it written, did Oliver Stone write that then? Did Tarantino not have anything to do with Natural Born Killers? For some reason I thought Tarantino was involved in it. Maybe he produced it or something. Oh God, glasses are falling off. I'm Googling in the middle of a race Tarantino stuff. What am I up to? I think it was a Tarantino script. Yeah, I think he wrote it. Anything sick out of the 90s, violent and sick, it's got to have been Tarantino, surely. Written by one, directed by the other. They did that with Death Proof and was it Rodriguez? He did that with that class, like the old style cinema. and Tarantino made Death Proof, and Rodriguez made that Earth Under, I can't remember what it was called, but it was really cool because it had the bird who had lost a leg and replaced their leg with a shotgun. It was ridiculous but brilliant. It's well worth a watch. It's got the chick from Black Eyed Peas in it as well, which is always a pleasure. So Autosport then out there in the lead, 1.6 from Deviant. Cool, I'm back. I'm out of the Vodka Rob. I'm sure he just thinks, let me go in the chat and see how much I can distract Thingy from the actual race. Thunder under pressure from Jed. Jed with those soft tyres, they'll be nicely up to temp now. And he's going to go for a move in a very tricky part of the track. It's fast, but you've got to be ready to brake on the top of the hill, which puts your car very unbalanced and may make you go wide like that. And Thunder then at the moment doing an absolutely superb job in the Porsche. Who was the other Porsche driver I'm missing? I thought we had another Porsche driver. Oh, was that not? No, AT Racing? I can't remember. Was it Bob who was driving a Porsche? I can't. So Autosport then leads this race. The tyres are looking okay. Down to a quarter. He's used a quarter of a tank of fuel. Deviant has got past the Cull. Sorry, I missed that. I was too busy talking about Tarantino films and what he's written and what he's directed. So Cull then in third with Deviant in second. Tommy Roux is in fourth place with the Beaks in fifth. Thunder sixth, Jed in seventh. We've got MJ in eighth. MJ coming back strong. Remember, he was behind these guys and he's got ahead of them. OJH Racing looks like he's had a small problem with a bit of damage on his front spoiler. And Sir Storm doing a super job there. The Canadian in ninth at the moment, chasing down MJ, 3 seconds behind him, virtually. And everyone's on a similar fuel load. Similar fuel loads all around Autosport. So what's Beaks? Beaks is a little bit more, but no, it's not as impressive as we thought. It was at the other track, Daytona. Maybe Daytona? I'm not sure. Autosport then, 1.5 second lead on Deviant. Deviant leaving the Cull behind. 1.2 seconds. Tommy Roux on those medium tyres coming through. He's got ahead of someone because he was fifth, I'm sure. Beaks in fifth. I mean, he got ahead of Beaks earlier. I don't know. Thunder as well, moving ahead of the Jed, but the Jed not far behind. The Jed making a race of this with the Thunder, but Thunder on those medium tyres is going to go late. I say go later in the race, but the fuel might be the dictatorship here. Because they're not really getting, well, yeah, I think that fuel can last halfway and these tyres don't seem to be wearing, so I just think they're all going to make one stop here. It looks to me like the fuel might make half a trip and the tyres aren't wearing down half as bad as we've seen in other races, so it might just be a one stop for fuel. Autosport at the moment though, they're out there in the lead, in control. He's 1.7 seconds ahead of Deviant. That will probably, Deviant's gone faster than him on the medium tyres. That might perturb Autosport somewhat. He might be thinking, oh my, I should be leaving these for dead. So when I put my medium tyres on and they're on their softs, I have a bit of a march. But Autosport also, he might be driving very gently. He might be trying to look after those tyres and keep them alive for as long as he possibly can. Deviant at the moment setting chase for Autosport with the Cull in third, the Roux in fourth, Beaks in fifth. We've got Thunder in sixth, being chased by the Jed. Is the Jed going to try and make a move into the first corner? He's having a look. He tried, and Thunder though maintained his racing line and made it very this is where he wants to oh my word, that's a shaking Porsche in front. It's hard to overtake a car, you're not quite sure where it's placed on track, and in the corners you can see the Porsche absolutely bouncing around. Whoa. Yeah, that's tough to race against, ladies and gents. So the Jed taking his time, especially when you've got full damage on. And it looks like he's got the move done now on Thunder, and that's Jed ahead. Jed is ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Jed is ahead of the Porsche. So Jed, with those soft tyres, ahead of our boy Thunder now. Thunder leading the GT2 championship at the moment. And I'm not sure. I think Beeks might be in that GT2 championship. But yeah, at the moment, no one going up against the Thunder. MJ with a penalty. Half a second though, nothing. He's just ahead of Sir Storm. Hoods, remember, having to make that pit stop on lap 2. The end of lap 1, start of lap 2 to fix his front dampener, whatever they're called. And yeah, so that's put him 30 seconds behind the rest of the fields. And OJ as well, we saw with damage, he's put medium tyres on. I think he was on soft tyres, so he's used both compounds. And he's filled his car up, but he's asking a lot. He's going to go quite late in the race, I'm sure, but he's not going to be able to do the full race from that situation. Autosport then out there in the lead, and the tyres are starting to show, aren't they? Only 12 minutes into the race. And yes, his front right tyre starting to look rather laden with abuse. Deviant closing in, another fastest lap from Deviant. He's not closing in though, it's a 1.7, it was 1.7 before, a 52.5 from Autosport last time around, and Deviant a 52.0, so half a second faster, but he doesn't seem to have gained any ground. They are leaving the Cull behind. The Cull is saving a lap or two more fuel than them pair though. So the Cull looking after his fuel tank a little bit more than who he is chasing. Tommy Roo also well on fuel with the Audi. And Beeks chasing down in the Renault RS01. And the Jed there in 6th. Under pressure from Thunder. Thunder on those medium tyres and giving Jed a lot of concerns at the moment. We've seen Thunder have some absolutely spectacular races and some great results this season so far, and he is looking like he wants to move up to the Pro Series and throw his hat in that ring, leading the AM Series at the moment. He's giving Jed a lot of concerns around this track on a medium set of tyres as Jeds slowly dissipate the softs, not lasting as long as they would like, I am sure. Although Jed is looking after him a bit better, and a little bit of dirty air off the back of Jed's car there put Thunder, lost all downforce going around that corner, went wide and gives Jed a little bit of breathing space. Beeks 3 seconds behind Tommy Roo. Tommy Roo 2.5 seconds behind the Cull. Cull 3 seconds behind Deviant. Deviant is creeping up to the leader, and the leader's tyres are creeping out of the door. So Autosport is going to have to start thinking about when to make that pit stop. He doesn't want to lose the time on the track. For heaven's sake, you lose enough in the pit stop itself. You don't want to give any more time away on track. So Autosport has got to be very concerned about his tyres at the moment. They might have 1 or 2 more laps in them, but what quality laps would they be? He's doing 52.5s at the moment. I think you can get away with that. He's gone past the pit lane, so he assumes he's opting to do more on those softs, take them later into the race, even though Deviant is easily catching him up on those medium tyres now. Autosport crossing the line with a 52... Oh, it's a 53.0, another half a second slower for, and a 51.9 for Deviant. So Autosport staying out, but is it the right choice? He is not getting the quality laps in now. He's just making up laps, and with Deviant, Cull and Tommy Roo playing a more strategic game behind him, he's got to be very careful there. Deviant already up and about his business and wanting to get on with the business of getting on with winning this race at this point. Again, all up and in Autosport's rear derriere. Autosport, that is the corners that Autosport should have the advantage, but his tyres have degraded so badly. He is struggling. He's getting understeer coming into the corners, and Deviant now getting a lovely tow. Thought that was going to flip behind so we could see them both like that. Deviant getting a lovely tow now down into that very big hairpin. Very fast, very big hairpin. And Autosport, though, still maintains the lead at this point. And again, Deviant getting a great drive out of the corner and launching himself at the Lexi in any way he can. And all the time this is happening, Cull will be closing in behind. This will be great for the Cull. At the moment, Autosport, enormous contact there between our two Pro Sim racers, as Deviant is trying anything he might to get by. And is this the one? Is Autosport? No, he's gone past the pits again. So Autosport continuing on, and now I'm sure is impacting Deviant's race, slowing Deviant down. Autosport a 53.3 and Deviant a 53.1, over a second slower than he had gone the previous lap. That's how much time he's losing out there. The Cull 52.6, closing in. Tommy Roo 53.4. He's driving to a delta, I think, with fuel. Beaks 5 seconds adrift of Tommy Roo right now. And Thunder and Jed still at it. Thunder ahead of the Jed, and Autosport still ahead of Deviant at this point. Deviant, he's going to have to pull something special out to get past the Thunder. Thunder going wide in this corner. Is this the one? Deviant still not able to get up ahead or alongside the Lexus. Deviant struggling at this point in the race to get by the Lexus, and Cull some 7/10 closer than he was, 2.7 seconds adrift when we joined this battle, and now we're only within 2 seconds. And again, Autosport struggling to get out of the corner, get the fuel, get the gas down, as the Americans like to say. And Deviant very close, too close, some may say, for comfort, for sure. And Autosport just taking up the pressure like a sponge. So that's the Sport into the pits then. And what a job, you've got to say, Autosport did, keeping Deviant behind for 2 laps. Deviant looking so much faster. And again, what's this lap time for Deviant? He's lost even more time this time around to Cull. He crosses the line with a 53.9 that time around. The Cull 53.1. Tommy Roo starting to close in on the lead. 52.7 from the Roo. Beak stays out in 4th. His tyres not quite at the same state as Autosport's. Thunder under pressure from Jed. Jed's tyres looking absolutely lovely on the Honda. The Honda very balanced, well balanced with its tyre wear. MJ up to 7th now with Autosport's pit stop as Sir Storm moves up and into 8th. Autosport back out ahead of OJH Racing, who's got himself by the Hoods. The Hoods with a 1.5 second penalty. OJH Racing just ahead of him in 10th. He's on a set of medium tyres. These two have both pitted. Jed is going slow. My good golly gosh, Jed going very slow there. Oh, we didn't quite see it, but it is a risky corner. Oh, facing the wrong way. He must have spun it out and everything. Oh, poor Jed. Not what he was looking for. He was having an absolute banging race with Thunder at the time. And that's released Thunder somewhat. to crack on with his race. MJ on them soft tyres, but they're still holding on. Sir Storm in 7th, Autosport in 8th, 2 seconds behind Sir Storm, whom is 4 seconds behind MJ at this point. Jed all the way down to 9th, no pit stop so far, ahead of OJH Racing and Hoods, and I guess that's the guys he's going to go down and join pretty soon. So Deviant leads by 2 seconds. Cull keeping track of the McShady up ahead. No sign of a pit stop for these guys. A quarter of a tank of fuel, which we've worked out can last about 8 minutes. I think these guys could go to 30-minute mark. I think they could go to the halfway mark on that fuel tank and try and make a one stop out of this. Autosport's already pitted. He's definitely committing to a 2-stop strategy. Tommy Roo there, he started on the mediums, good fuel. I think another one with a 1 stop now. Beeks may struggle to get halfway, but he is trying to push it. The fuel is unbelievable in that Renault. Look, these are all down to a quarter, and he's on flying high on half a tank of fuel. But his tyres have gone. Unfortunately, his tyres have gone. But it doesn't matter. He's worried about the tyres. Oh gosh. Yeah, your mediums aren't going to last, are they? But your fuel might. If you fill up the fuel, you might be able to go the full race. But Thunder making his way through then. Thunder very fast, very nippy at the moment. Beeks, no grip with those tyres. MJ has a bit more tyre than the Beeks in the Renault, and he's 8.7 behind. Autosport's got himself past Sir Storm now. Autosport on a fresh set of mediums and a full tank of fuel and a real can-do attitude is going to try and go all the way. He's not going all the way to the end. He's going to have to make another stop, and I'm guessing that's going to be a sprint stop at the end of the race for a set of soft tyres and to see how many people he can go on the attack of. Deviant leads at the moment. Fuel is getting lower. Cull managing his fuel better. Tommy Roo as well, managing the fuel better, or the car doing better on fuel. Thunder, very good on fuel. Beeks has gone in. Those tyres are done. They're dusted. MJ, he carries on. MJ okay. MJ A-okay on fuel. So he's going to go ahead of the Renault, with Autosport trying to salvage something out of this race. Already made a stop. Led for the first 20 minutes of the race, and Autosport now making that pit stop up to 6th now, as Storm also making a stop. Storm's tyres are fine. So Storm, I don't know what his stop is in aid of. And is OJH, Hoods and Jed going to find themselves something to race? These guys have found each other though, which is nice. They have each other, even if they're not in the main race. But OJH racing at the moment at 55.2 from the Mazda spaceship is doing a lot better, 55.1. So who knows? Sir Storm, sorry, they've gone ahead of Sir Storm now. So yeah, 55.2. He's just done a 54.8. And Hoods yet to go past. Sir Storm out ahead of the Hoods. In the midst of the battle, we're getting a lovely little fight down here at the rear derriere of the pack. And Sir Storm then coming out of the pits, chasing down OJH, and Beeks out the pits in front of them, but good 14 seconds. But he's 19 seconds behind who was the leader of Autosport. He's onto a set of medium tyres and he's filled up, so it's very interesting to see what the Beeks can do on those tyres. Deviant out in the lead, 1.5 seconds. Cull is slowly but surely pulling in Deviant. Deviant's fuel is now flashing, and he's going to have to make a pit stop a little earlier than he would rather, as I mean, he might get another lap out of that, but still it's tough to try and get to the 30-minute mark, which it seems like Cull is. But then the big question mark is, how will the soft tyres fare? Could they take the soft tyres for a full stint? It looks so far MJ nearly has. MJ has nearly looked after a set of soft tyres for half a race, but the Beeks and Autosport could not do it. And I think OJH Racing went in and changed his, but he also did have damage. So Storm changed his, and he looked like they were doing okay. I don't know why he changed them. And now he's got the Hoods for company on board with Sir Hood of Hoodsness as he chases down Sir Storm. Deviant stays out for another lap as the Cull chased him down, and the Rue is in third. Deviant into the pits then, and that puts Cull up and into the lead. So Cull, plenty of fuel. Tommy Rue carries on as well. Still a couple of laps left in that bad boy. Thunder in fourth. Don't think Thunder's pitted either, so Thunder moving up ahead, and Deviant really is aiming to get out ahead of Autosport, who is coming through now. Deviant still not moving, filling up with fuel, so Autosport will reclaim the position on track, and MJ goes through as well, but Deviant now on his way. It's tight between himself and Autosport. Deviant out ahead of the Sport, onto a set of soft tyres, 3/4 of a tank. He feels he can get no, maybe he'll be two-stop in this. He's not fully filled up. So I don't think he's going for the one-stop strategy. Doesn't feel that the tyres can make the mark. He's out ahead of Autosport, but now the big question mark is the Cull and the Rue. The Rue, his fuel's a little lower. Thunder in third. Thunder doing very well with fuel at the moment. Deviant out on a cold set of soft tyres. Autosport on the mediums, but they're bedded in. They are raced on. They are ready to go. Hot to go. MJ definitely is going to have to visit his pit crew at the end of this lap. Up to sixth though. Beeks in seventh, 21 seconds behind him. So I think Beeks is going to get back ahead of the MJ, and it's a big question about the Mazda spaceship, OJH. Will MJ be able to slot in front of the Mazda? MJ onto those medium tyres as well. And they're coming round near the end of the track. So Cull, someone's in the pit lane, but I don't know who. Oh, it's the Hoods again. HOOD. So where am I looking for? MJ, because he's going in the pits. So yeah, MJ servicing himself as Autosport carries on. And I said the Beeks, I believe, may get ahead. And it's OJH Racing, I think, that the Ford team are aiming at. I think the Ford team fancy a piece of the Mazdas. In our chat, Mazda should have built that car. It's very pretty. It's very pretty, but yeah, it's very spaceship-like, futuristic. So MJ still in the pits. Beeks through. Beeks is through. MJ still being serviced as OJH comes around the final corners, and MJ then still being serviced. OJH, it says he's ahead, but we got tricked by that with Autosport and what's the name before, but no, OJH is ahead of the Ford team, but not far. Race on, and I don't think the OJH team, have they not pitted yet? He's done really well with fuel if they've not pitted. I think he did, yeah, he pitted early, didn't he? He had damage. And Jed then 4.5 seconds behind the MJ, who had to make a MJ dropped it like it was hot, ladies and gents, on his outlap. Crazy stuff. Poor MJ. He hasn't broken anything though. So let's hear it for the boys. Cull and Tommy Rue into the pits. as we watch MJ's pain again. And we missed it the first time, we only caught the end of it. And there it was, absolutely nothing but great driving there to not break anything. Fantastic stuff, great recovery, MJ. Fantastic. Brilliant. If you're going to have an off, do it in style, that's what I say. So MJ then, cold tyres equals very slippery track. Deviant then out there back in the lead ahead of Autosport as the Cool, the Roo and Thunder all come into the pits for fuel and tyres. Beaks, can he get back up ahead? He'll be looking at Thunder for sure, but the Cool is already back out on track and for 5 seconds behind the two leaders. On a set of softs, running maybe possibly to the end. He has filled up, and so has the Rooster. Tommy Roo has filled up also. Thunder onto the softs, he's filled up. I believe those three are going to try and go all the way to the end if the softs allow. Deviant did not fill up. I don't think he had the confidence in his soft tyres, and he's just done the fastest lap of the race and pulled out 5 seconds lead on the Lexi, who's on the medium tyres at the moment. He's 5 seconds ahead of the Cull. Tommy Roo is 4 seconds behind Cull, and Thunder comes out ahead of the Beaks. Great drive for Thunder there. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. So Thunder, fantastic stuff out ahead of the Renault. OJH Racing getting lucky with the MJ situation. Jed as well picking up that place. MJ not damaging anything, which is important, and Sir Storm breaking everything on the Ford as the Hoods comes out from his pit stop. Soft tyres and a can-do attitude indeed. Where is our closest pal? It's up at the front, isn't it? So yeah, the Cull on his soft tyres now, chasing down the medium cladded Lexus that's losing the rear derriere of herself, and Deviant just pulling away, doing fastest lap after fastest lap. And Tommy Roo in that Audi. You got a feeling that Tommy Roo might be able to do something before the end of this race. And we're going to jump on board with the Cull, third place, for a second or two, see how it feels. Put it on, see how it fits. So on board, it looks like the sun's going down. The headlights are out, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going into the night, which is good for the soft tyre runners because the track will be cooler, by sure. But at the moment, Deviant out there in the lead. virtually 24 minutes left on the clock. Deviant doesn't look like he's lifting off any at all. Now remember, he didn't top up. Oh, I bet he's kicking himself now, although that front left soft tyre is being abused slightly. Oh, come on, Deviant, giving it some big welly. Huge line on the grass. Deviant then coming up to a back, well, they're not back markers as such, just someone who's having an unlucky race. Autosport as well, giving it big balls around that corner. 2 wheels on the grass, it's a risky stuff. And again, his wheels, I imagine his tyres were a little dirty there as the car skates around the slalom area of the track as they make their way under the bridge. And now it's the big hefty straight, it's the launch pad, it's the runway. And Deviant, though, out of sight at the moment, 5-6 seconds. And Autosport there thinking he's hoping Deviant's tyres go off. And I think Deviant's going to have to make a pit stop, as is Autosport. But remember, I don't think the Cull, Tommy Roo, or Thunder are making another stop for this race. They're hoping to go all the way. Beeks as well. I reckon he could go the whole race on those medium tyres and pick up I don't know, Autosport and Deviant might get out ahead of him. Yeah, 41 seconds behind the lead, isn't he? But still, I imagine Beeks is hoping that a few of those make pit stops ahead of him. But I don't think Cole, Tommy Roo or Thunder have got any hard plans to make a pit stop there on plan A at the moment. And they're not switching to plan C in any time soon. So the Beeks just ahead of the Jed, and let's say Jed has turned it around, hasn't he? He was dead last after bruising his car and having to come into the pits, and he's got his head down, he's cracked on. That Honda was a weapon today, and he'll be kicking himself. He could have top 3, I think. Top 3, looking at the way the Honda's used its tyres and the way it's managed itself. It was well balanced here for the trial mountain, but at the end, the Deviant Mercedes has been an absolute force to be reckoned with. I know, Boobs. I didn't say. I call my cat Bob. Bob's my cat, and I call him Boob just because it's cute. He rubbed against my leg. I wasn't just. And my wife didn't walk by, and I started talking about her breasticles at all. There's no food in the cat bowl, so the cat's now acting like it's abused and tortured and mistreated. I promise you, RSPCA, I'll put some food in the bowl as soon as this stream's done. 20 minutes, Boob. So Deviant out there at the moment. I'd say he's wishing he took more fuel on, but his front right tyre is looking rather angry. It wouldn't have made it, would it? We've got 20 minutes left of racing here, and that front right tyre definitely would not have got to the end. So he split his last stints into two soft runs. Autosport, he's going to have to do similar. His mediums are lasting, but his fuel won't see him to the end. The Cole out there, he's fastest man at the moment with those soft tyres, so he's not holding off that pace whatsoever. Tommy Roo in 4th. Good job done so far by the Audi driver, knocking on the podium. It's all about the strategy at the moment. We don't know. We're in the dark. We don't know what is going to happen with that strategy. Tommy Thunder as well could be on for a good strategy. Deviant 30 seconds up the road, and Deviant, it is almost certain he's going to have to pit, and if he does pit, he's going to end up behind the Thunder. Again, though, 19 minutes of racing. Thunder's tyres, I'd say that front one is getting very close to half worn. Half worn, and he's only been doing it for a couple of laps. Tyres are a big question here. I don't think the one stop is going to work for some of these guys. Autosport's been a very naughty boy, but he's only 1.2 seconds ahead of the Cull. So danger, Autosport. Tommy Roo in 4th. We've got Thunder in 5th. We've got the Beaks in 6th. We've got the Jed in 7th, being chased by MJ. We saw MJ do a very sexy pirouette after his pit stop. He didn't hit a single thing. It was delicious, and my word, now it's getting dark out there. The track will be very cold. Those on Haggard tyres are going to have a real problem. Hoods has found himself ahead of Sir Storm. Sir Storm, we saw making an early pit stop. His tyres didn't look as bad as they should have done. He's put the medium tyres on. I think he must have made another stop. So Deviant out there, the tyres, yeah, he was right not to go full fuel, wasn't he? I was there saying I bet he's kicking himself about that fuel, but those tyres are virtually cooked now, and the Cull is ahead of Autosport. Autosport struggling for pace in the dark. He might have some sort of night blindness. You don't know. He's got to go on Amazon and get some of those yellow glasses that say they're for night vision. They do work though when you're driving. I struggle because I have to where now I work, and I used to work, there's a lot of country lanes, and obviously the Range Rovers that fly around there, the farmer's limo, is at the height of where the Focus sits me, so I am always head height with the oncoming headlights, so they blare me out, they really blow my eyes out. So yeah, they're like these yellow tinted glasses that you can wear at night, and they work. They do cut out some of that glare. Deviant then in first place, Cull in 2nd, 9 seconds away from the lead, but Deviant's going to have to make a pit stop. Will Cull have to make a pit stop? It's a big question. Will the Rooster have to make a pit stop? Looking at the moment, it's looking like I'd say no. They're getting halfway through their stint. The tyres aren't fully worn, and yeah, everything looking very tidy indeed. And Vodka Rob saying, I hate night glare. It's awful. The lights they use now, old days, I don't know what's wrong with people. Why do they need floodlights hanging out the front of their car? When it's really dark and there's no one around, you can just put your full beams on and see everything. And when there's other cars around, usually that generates enough light anyway. So why the hell are we walking around with these ULED lights or whatever they are? LED, they're just ridiculous, and they're way bright, way too bright. For sure, they're going to cause, well, they should cause accidents. That's my grumble over, but yeah, there should be you can't have headlights brighter than this. Maybe just get everyone to have yellow headlights. Cull there in in 2nd place at the moment. And again, we're still unsure of what is going to happen here. Roo's gone up. Why's Roo gone up? Who's moved? Autosport has pitted, and he's been a naughty boy. So Autosport has made a pit stop. Totally missed that, and I was here. I was present. He's ahead of the Beaks. MJ still continuing on now. Jed is having to make a pit stop. He's made damage on his car. OJH is just about to go past him. OJH, he looks like he's going to try and run to the end as well. His soft tyre is doing very well. And the Jed, more damage on the Honda. It's going to cost Honda a fair penny after this round. So Storm then, he's 2 minutes behind, and he's ahead of the Hoods. The Hoods has suddenly taken a nosedive, and he's got damage as well. And he's made a pit stop and damaged it after. Deviant's in. Deviant is in. Cull will take the lead. And it's a question mark if Cull is going to pit again. I don't think he is. I think it's enough. I think he's done enough to stay out, as has the Rooster. And Deviant is going to see that lead dropping down to at least third. Thunder could be a danger here, but I think he's gonna get out ahead of the Thunder at least. And Thunder may have to make a pit stop. He is. Thunder's making a pit stop, so that is a position for Autosport at least. And can he beat Deviant out? The undercut worked for Autosport last time around, but he has picked up a penalty along the way. Deviant is filled. He's been released. He's on a set of brand new softs. Now, the guys ahead of him have been looking after their soft tyres. So is it now that Deviant, with just over 13 minutes to go, can really open up the Mercedes and head towards those leaders? 10 seconds separates Deviant. Beeks gets himself ahead of the Thunder. So the Beeks looks like he's... What happened to that? I looked at Thunder. It looked like he crashed or something, but he's not in control of the car. And Thunder, interestingly, has gone to the medium tyre. He could have... He's used the mediums already, I'm sure. And so he could have gone for a run on the soft, especially as he's racing the Beeks at the end here. In his Porsche, but he's gone for medium tyres, playing it safe maybe. Or maybe he hasn't used mediums and I'm tripping. Autosport on the softs, then chasing Deviant, who's also opted for the softs. Tommy Rue and the Cull, we believe, going to the end of the line. Yeah, Tommy Rue, 52.4 from him last time around. The Cull, 52.4. So Tommy Rue cannot even break in to the Nissan airspace right now with his Audi. Deviant then in third with a brand new set of soft tyres, but 20-second deficit on the leaders. A huge amount to time to make up. Come the end of the race, though, these guys are going to be riding on their rims, ladies and gents. There is going to be no fat left on those tyres whatsoever. So, Deviant may be able to go for a big push near the end. Thunder saying looks like Honda should just stay to making F1 engines. Oh, it's the nut behind the wheel that's broken. Sorry, Jed. I didn't mean that. Hopefully he can't speak English and doesn't know what I'm saying. The Cull then out there. Oh, did he just a little tap on the wall there? It looked like it, but everything seems fine. And Tommy Rue is closing in now. Tommy Rue, it looks like his car is in a better state tyre-wise. He's using his rears up a lot more than the Cull at the moment, but the Cull really leaning heavily on that front right tyre. Deviant then. I thought something else had moved around here. MJ's gone into the pits. How's that doing for OJH? OJH is loving this, isn't he? Jed went into the pits, he gained a position, and now MJ into the pits, and he's gained another position. It was MJ4 damage? Yeah, damage for the MJ. And OJH then, another position up to 7th. Great driving from OJH here. From early woes, the race has come back to our boy OJH. And the Jed, is the Jed anything in this action? No, because MJ easily back out ahead of the Jed. So Storm in 10th. And 11th going to the BMW driver, the Hoods, who's finding the M6 quite a handful. Oh yeah, we've got AT Racing's usually in the little Z4, isn't he? I wonder where he's going. I wonder where he's done. So Cull, 2.2 seconds at the moment ahead of the Rue. The Rue closing in each lap. The Jed can feel it. The tyres are almost shot with Deviant on a fresh set. He's just done the fastest lap of the race, a 50.9, but he's not closed in, but that's because Tommy Rue's closing in. Oh, I don't know. 52.7 from the Cull, 52.3 from Tommy Rue. It's it's at least a second faster. Autosport, Beeks, looks like something's shifted here. The Beeks has got himself back ahead of Thunder, has he? I didn't know the Beeks was behind the Thunder. Thunder on a fresh set of mediums. He's done an out lap. And I think the Beaks, oh, maybe the Beaks has just got back ahead of Thunder because Thunder did his pit stop, came out behind the Beaks, but very close. Maybe got by the Beaks, and somehow M Beaks has got by. Back by Thunder. So the Renault doing very well at the moment, but Thunder, I did question why he put those medium tyres on, and on a set of soft tyres I'm sure he would have found it a lot easier to get past the Renault. Autosport, been a naughty boy again, unless that's the same penalty, but he seems to have had it for a while now. Deviant flying like an absolute beast. Tommy Rue trying to close in on the Cull, whose tyres are having a bad time. They're not having a great time at the moment. We are down to 8.5 minutes in this race. In this race, ladies and gentlemen, 8.5 minutes, a 60-minute race. How quick it has gone by. And the Cull and the Rooster making a one-stop work at the moment. Deviant breaking into 18 seconds distance from the guys ahead of him. It was 20. He's got it down to 18 now, but we are running out of time. He's got to do more. But these guys as well, their cars are going to fall off a cliff edge. They're going to lose even more time soon. They won't be doing those 52s and a halves. They'll be down into the 53s easily. And, the Cull then, his old banger Nissan, still going good out there in the lead. Superb stuff. Tommy Rue hunting him down in second. Deviant on a fresh rubber. 52.2's not no good for you though, Deviant. You want to be doing 150s all the way. Autosport setting chase but 12 seconds, but fourth is good points. Good points indeed. Thunder back ahead of the Beaks. And Thunder and Beaks having an epic battle here at the moment. And it looks like Thunder now has the upper hand and is slowly trying to pull away from the Renault. The Renault 35 seconds ahead of the Mazda of OJH Racing. And he's 13 seconds ahead of the Jed, who's only 2.5 seconds ahead of MJ, who's put some fresh softs on, fixed his car, and he's going to be aiming at that Honda car. Sir Storm in 10th, the two Fords down in 9th and 10th, with the Hoods in 11th. Not his best race in the BMW, it has to be said, but still I'm sure a joyous and fun occasion. Jed then under pressure from MJ. Jed's on the soft tyres as well though, and we saw that Honda is rather planted in the corners. It's such a shame that Jed has had a bit of a up and down race. Cull at the moment 1.7 seconds ahead of the Roo. The Roo really is trying to close in on the Nissan. Deviant Autosport. Beaks back ahead of Thunder. Keep seeing something moving. It must be these two. Crazy stuff. I thought Thunder was pulling away from the Beaks. We'll stick with it this time. See where all these overtakes keep being done. So Thunder then up along the start straight, having a good look and aiming for a move. As they get to the corner around the outside, and beautiful stuff from the Porsche driver there against the Renault. And that gets him up to 5th, but Beaks come the end of the lap seems to have something on the Thunder. So Thunder again ahead of Beaks in the Renault, and but Beaks stays with him, stays tight, stays taut. He must do lots of squats and stays with the Porsche. The battle for 5th and 6th raging on at the moment. They're 33 seconds ahead of 7th place OJH Racing, where the race came to him, didn't it, with MJ and Jed both making those late pit stops for damage and presenting 2 positions for him. But Beaks at the moment, he wants that 5th place. He feels he deserves that 5th place. Thunder on fresher rubber, and these two both run to the end. Cull out in the lead, struggling with his rubber against the Rooster, who they both only one stopped. And again coming into the, I want to see where these two keep swapping places. because every lap they keep swapping places, and it seems like Thunder is stronger at the beginning of the lap, and Beeks has something near the end of the lap. He keeps getting on the Thunder, but at the moment Thunder looks nicely far ahead. So yeah, I'm not sure where it is. The Beeks is finding a lot of time on the Thunder, because that one absolutely clean as a whistle. Must have been a mistake from Thunder then. Last time around that gave Beeks the position back. Again, out that final corner maybe. Oh, he dropped it down a gear. And he is in the toe. Oh God, what did I just press? How did that go all the way up there? I was on Beeks. I pressed G to come back to outside camera. And again, Beeks with the toe up at the start of the lap. Through the slalom. Trying to find a way past the Thunder, but Thunder absolutely planted at the moment with his new medium tyres. He's gone wide in that corner. Now Beeks even closer as they come down to the tight chicaney kind of area. Well, no, it's another wiggly bit. Heavy braking under the bridge, and at the moment Thunder still okay, still in the lead. How's Cull doing? It's less than a second between himself and the Rooster. They're both tyres are absolutely shot. It's 13 seconds for Deviant, but 3 minutes left on the clock. I think Deviant is not going to manage to catch these two up unless there is a racing incident. And the Rooster and the Cull, no grip whatsoever left on their tyres. So if they do decide to dice, it is going to be dicey. It's going to be a dicey dice. And again, you can see the grip is gone away from the pair of them. Deviant, though, unable to close in. He's done another 50.7. That is the fastest anyone's ever gone in this race. Autosport 13 seconds behind. He's 30 seconds ahead of Thunder, who is only 7/10 ahead of the Beeks, but Beeks unable to try and make that move stick. OJH is 30 seconds behind them and 10 seconds ahead of the Jed, who's 6 seconds ahead of MJ, whom is 42 seconds ahead of Sir Storm, whom is a minute ahead of the Hoods. And it's Cull and the Rooster where the excitement lies, and Thunder and Beeks. And Cull, fuel flashing, but this might not be the last lap. They might have to do another lap after this, but I think Cull has enough fuel on board. The Rooster as well. They timed their fuel to perfection, and the tyres with only just enough grip to get to the end, and Cull's look like they're going to give up first, and Tommy Roo 7/10 behind. Deviant pulling in another 2 seconds on them, but there's only one more lap to go, and with a timed, I think Cull will get to the finish line in time. So Cull and Tommy Roo absolutely trying to merge into one vehicle, a Nissan Audi combo. And Cull then just has to survive one more lap. He's got no grip, very little fuel, and a Rooster with a flame in his belly behind him. And Tommy Roo trying to make the move early in the lap. The Cull trying to close the door. The door wasn't closable, and now the Rooster is through. The Rooster is through. Is he slowing down? I think he is. I think he felt that was a little heavy-handed. And again, I don't think the Cull wants it. I think the Cull said, no, I didn't have the grip, my friends. You got the move done. So, the Cull, gentlemanly from the Cull, and he's got damage, unfortunately. Now, what does that mean for Deviant? 6.3 seconds behind Cull with damage. And the Rooster now in the lead. And I think it wasn't anything in it. It did look like the Rooster had got the move done up the inside. Cull tried to get around the corner and bounced into the Rooster. I don't know. It's not. I seem to be analysing a lot of incidences, and it's not my job to. So Deviant then 4 seconds behind the Cull as the Cull limps home after his coming together with Tommy Roo. It looks like someone's going very slow. Sir Storm? No, it must have been, maybe MJ lifting off to let the leaders through. So the Rooster 2.7, Cull 3 seconds ahead of Deviant. Deviant pushing on. He can smell well, he's on the podium, but he can smell that second place in the air as Tommy Roo then brings it around for an Audi win. Fantastic driving by everyone involved. OJH Racing crosses the line in 7th place. And Tommy Rue at the moment comes, and Jed there gets 8th ahead of MJ. And Tommy Rue then takes the spoils. Cull 7/10 ahead of Deviant. Tommy Rue crosses the line to take the win. Cull has to fend off. Deviant's through. Deviant is through. Deviant up and into 2nd place. The Cull's car is out of fuel. It's out of fuel, ladies and gentlemen. The Cull limps to the line. Autosport too far back. And yeah, the Cull then limping towards the line there, and does take the place. Autosport coming in fast, but finishes in 4th. Thunder still under pressure from the Renault. And Thunder, though, holding on with all his might to stay in the 5th place there. And he's just about to do it. Beaks giving it all he's got at the end here. Full beans. And Thunder's lost the rear derriere, but he's kept it going. And it's Thunder that takes 5th place ahead of Monsieur Beaks. Right, let's see how quick we can do this. No, it's not letting me have it. Oh, because I pressed Z when it happened, and there we go. The Rooster and his dragon all over his back. It's beautiful stuff. And a great win there from Tommy Rue. Wow. Wowzers, oh wowzers. Oh, it's the RDL R8. That's where I got it all mixed up from. So, yeah, fantastic racing by everyone. And a clean race there from Tommy Rue, even though he wants to let Cull back through again. Oh, right, let me quickly grab this for thumbnail reasons, and we'll look back at those results. Wow, drama. All sorts happening in that. Tommy Rue took the win in the end with a 1-stop strategy. Deviant got the fastest lap with his 2-stop strategy, and he got a limping Cull at the end. Cull getting damage and running out of fuel on the final corner or so. Autosport coming home in 4th after taking pole and leading for early parts of the race. Thunder having a beautiful race there in 5th place ahead of the Beaks in the Renault in 6th. OJH gaining a couple of positions there for 7th after an early drama for him, and having to make that early in 8th in the Honda, which is a shame for the Jed. I reckon a podium may have been on there for the Jed, the way that Honda was handling, but he just kept driving into the wall. MJ in 9th in the Ford, ahead of Sir Storm in 10th in the Ford, and the Hoods bringing the M6 BMW home in 11th. And I warned Hoods before, and that was a brave choice of vehicle. A tough drive in anyone's book. In the chat then, Chris Dunn saying, fantastic. Chris Dunn saying, oh, schnizzle, this was my mum's phone. Hey, your mum is now a subscriber, hopefully. And MJ saying, did a whole lap, no fuel coasting. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The hungry Ford drinking up that fuel. The gas guzzler. The American gas guzzler. And they got plenty of fuel to burn over here. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I've gone on to that as well. I usually say my goodbyes on this sheet, don't I? So, again, another cracking round. Huge congratulations to Tommy Rue there. I've lost track who's won these. I think Bob won one. I think Cole's won one. And that might be Tommy Rue. So we might have had 3 different winners. But I can't be 100% sure. I don't know if anyone can... But, yeah, Tommy Rue taking a win in the 3rd round. And, yeah... Versus the Mountain, Tommy Rue came out on top. Beautiful stuff. Deviant in 2nd, always a concern for the leaders. And the Cull running out of fuel with a bit of damage still maintains that podium. Only just, though, because Autosport was absolutely ramping it home. And Thunder 5th. I've done all this and I beat 6th. Yeah, it's just time to say goodbye. I'm just so into streaming. I'm so into doing this that I can't wrap it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me look where we are next week. That'll be the last of it, I promise. Although he's changing the room and they usually practice their next race, so I bet you it'll come up before. No, it's still Trial Mountain there, got. So round 4, ladies and gentlemen, next week it's going to be a 1.5 hour race. It's special. It's special. It is Flamand. Flamand. So that Renault better pull its socks up. We want to see a good showing from Mabique's home soil at Flamand. And Vodka Rob saying, yeah, that's me. I'll have to get my mum into it, eh? Yeah. So, thingamajig, good for your mum. Okay, guys, thank you so much, Vodka Rob, for all the chat, and Thunder, MJ, and Chris Dunn. I appreciate you guys. Everyone else who's watched, I appreciate you as well. Don't forget to show love to the world racing community and any esports simulated racing you come across, because it's fantastic. It is the future. And that is me. I think you're probably not the last of me for tonight. I think I might try and squeeze another stream in, because I am sadistic and I'm so far behind on replays as well. So, yes, don't watch all of mine. Vodka, Rob, just, you don't have to watch all of them. It's too much. Thank you very much, everyone who's involved in the WRC admins, the WRC racers, and it takes a village, as always. My cat Bob really wants feeding, so I've got to go, because he has just meowed at me in a way I've never heard him meow before. He actually sounded angry in that meow. You right, Bob? All right, what? Oh, there was a sneer in that meow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to go. The cat is going to kill me. Turu, peace and love. Peace and love.